Part 2. The truth she was forced to hide. Sometimes silence doesn't mean someone stopped loving you. It means someone else controlled the story. I couldn't sleep that night. The wedding invitation lay on my kitchen table. Every time I looked at it, my heart broke a little more. Why would Emma leave me out? Or had someone made that decision for her? For her, the next morning, I packed a small bag and drove to Seattle. I didn't tell anyone. I just needed answers. After 6 hours on the road, I finally reached Emma's apartment. My hands trembled as I knocked on the door. A few seconds later, the door opened. Emma stood there. The moment she saw me, her eyes filled with tears. "Dad." Before she could say another word, she hugged me tightly. She cried like the little girl who used to run into my arms after school. I held her close. "Sweetheart, why wasn't my name on your wedding invitation?" She slowly stepped back. Her face turned pale. She looked around nervously. Then she whispered, "Please, come inside." We sat in silence for several minutes. Finally, "Then why?" She looked down. "Daniel's mother. She refused to let your name be on the invitation." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. "What?" Emma nodded. She said divorced parents would make their wealthy relatives gossip. She wanted the wedding to look perfect. I stared at her. "So they erased me." Emma began crying again. I argued with them. I begged Daniel to stop it. But his mother said if I wanted the wedding, I had to accept her decisions. For a moment, I didn't know what to say. The little girl I had spent my whole life protecting was afraid to speak for herself. I gently held her hand. "Emma, do you want this marriage?" She looked away. After a long silence, she whispered, "I don't know anymore." Those 6 words frightened me more than anything else. Just then, the apartment door opened. A tall man walked inside. It was Daniel. He looked surprised to see me. "Mr. Anderson, I'm glad you're here." His voice sounded sincere, but before I could respond, another woman entered behind him, elegant, perfectly dressed. Cold eyes, Daniel's mother. She looked directly at me, then said without a smile, "I suppose Emma told you about the invitation." I nodded. She folded her arms. "It was nothing personal. Our family simply has certain standards." My blood boiled. A father isn't a mistake to erase. She didn't react. Instead, she calmly replied, "Sometimes difficult choices are necessary." Emma lowered her head. I realized she had been living under this pressure for months. That evening, I left the apartment with more questions than answers. As I walked toward my car, someone called my name. "Mr. Anderson." I turned around. It was Daniel. He handed me a small envelope. "I found this hidden in my mother's desk. Emma was never supposed to see it." I opened the envelope. Inside was a second wedding invitation. My hands froze. This one had my name printed proudly beside Emma's. Across the front, someone had stamped one word in red ink: Cancelled on the back. There was a handwritten note. There was a handwritten note. He must never attend this wedding. No signature. No explanation. Only those chilling words. I looked up at Daniel. He quietly said, "I think my mother has been hiding something from all of us." My heart pounded. What secret was she trying so desperately to protect? Read to be continued.